you need professional help, please reach out to us. We can be emailed, Stephanie@counselingatl.com or info@counselingatl.com for our intake coordinator if you're interested in therapy. Again, I'm Stephanie Cook. This is Jessica Hart. And tonight we're talking about what happens usually when you're feeling really disconnected and the relationship hasn't felt right in a while. More likely than not, this concept we're going to talk about tonight, turning towards each other instead of away, one of the key principles from the Gottman Institute's research is usually the culprit, right, Jessica?
Absolutely. Like, this is one of my biggest topics that I see working with couples, and it's actually one of my favorites, kind of like what you said, Stephanie. One of my favorite topics to talk about with couples because it's so important. So
yes. So we're both excited. Again, this comes up in almost all the couples we work with. And just to give you a basic definition, guys, turning towards each other in a relationship, one of the key research findings was that master couples, the ones that stay together for years and typically both people rating satisfaction really high, this is one of the three most important things that they do to stay connected and intimate and to feel good about the relationship. And in addition to knowing each other really well, liking each other and really appreciating each other and sharing that really often, like we've talked about in previous webinars, this is the third part of a really healthy connection. And it's about showing up for each other in really small and big ways. And what the researchers found was that in very, very small moments between couples, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, any interaction that you might have with each other usually has what's called a bid for connection. So anything in our relationship, when we make what's called a bid for connection, it can be subtle or it can be direct, but it's any attempt for attention, affection, help, support, to have some conflict. It's any attempt that you might make to talk to your partner or to ask for something. And again, it can be explicit or subtle. Oh, go ahead, Jess. Yeah.
And this could be both verbal or nonverbal cues. Like, that could be a nonverbal cue.
Yep.
Just dropping a load of laundry, you hear your partner sigh, that would be like, sounds like that's a bid for connection.
And we're going to talk about what you can do in those little micro moments, right? In your relationship, and those little small bids that happen, again, a sigh, or just, sharing. Very human, very healthy, very basic. It's what all of us humans, not, whether you're introverted, extroverted, we all need attention from our partner, interest, humor, affection, to be able to complain sometimes. All of those things really, really do add up to a relationship feeling right. Or we're going to talk about what happens when you turn away from each other or turn against each other. Those small and big moments when you're maybe not there for your partner or they're maybe not there for you, they can really do some damage. So let's keep talking about this. Again, like we said, this is the third principle in terms of the research from the Gottman Institute. Love maps, which we won't be talking about tonight, is about, healthy couples really staying in the know, having a really rich inner world about who their partner is, what they like, what they dislike, what they dream, hope, or afraid of. They have a really intricate map about their partner, and they keep this alive over the years by continuing to show interest and asking lots of open-ended questions. And that second principle, fondness and admiration, is really about, not just liking your partner and noticing what they're doing right versus what they're doing wrong, but sharing that out loud, really actively building a culture of appreciation and letting them know all the things that you love about them, like about them, appreciate about them. It's critical, and it's something that many of us sort of stop doing when we're no longer just in the initial infatuation stage. but continuing the romance, the passion, and just the friendship in the relationship is really, really critically helped by continuing this sort of courtship, continuing to express gratitude and to really notice out loud the things that your partner is doing or just qualities about them that you love. And so tonight we're talking about the third principle, which is about turning towards your partner instead of away. And Jess, would you mind talking just a little bit about this notion that we always say in our offices as Gottman couples therapists around small things often? What does that mean?
This is such an important concept because it's not the big grand gestures that matter. It's actually those little moments throughout the day that really help couples to feel connected. So if you think about it, like, I don't know, the 5 love languages. I don't know if people know those or anything, but like the physical touch and words of affirmation and quality time and acts of service and gifts, those are just little moments throughout the day that couples can really, really like create those turning towards moments that people can be like, oh, I feel heard. I can get my partner's attention. I can feel like a priority in the relationship. And so that's exciting, at least when I heard or started learning about this, is it wasn't like hot air balloons and champagne over the Grand Canyon that made relationships strong. It was just being intentional in those little moments. So for example, if you pour yourself a cup of coffee in the morning, do you do the same for your partner? So just little moments, and they really, really do add up long-term wise. So
yes. So the key motto to keep as you're learning what's important tonight and what's likely gone wrong if you've been feeling really distant, and how to fix it if it has, is you know, it's not the big, you know, bed and breakfast. I like bread too. the bed and breakfast getaways, right, Jess?
Yeah.
It's the little moments throughout every day that add up, and that really are like little deposits in the emotional bank account, and the sense of connection, the sense of this feeling right.